Oh, John, thank God.
Williams, what the hell are you doing here?
Myers. Is he dead?
Myers has zero emotion. He has no motives. If he sees, he kills.
Tell the town to lock their doors. No one in, no one out.
The Jeff Meacham Network's Multiverse of Media. For over 15 years, the recognized symbol of excellence and the standard bearer in coverage of sports and entertainment.
The following program contains strong language that is not suitable for young children. Viewer discretion is advised.
JJ, Jeff, you want to kick this thing off? Because I'm still trying to process everything here.
Yeah, it's like,
who wants to go first?
Well,
Come on in. It's open mic night with your host.
you could maybe say there's really 4 topics, but it's split into 6.
The Renegade, JJ Williams.
The Sammy and Eddie Kingston thing, which one's the better smelling turd?
And his panel of co-hosts.
I am founder. We'll call me that for today since we're going with the Jeff Jarrett love theme here this week, according to JJ.
The West Coast Professor, Jeff Meacham.
Karma is karma is karma.
That's professional wrestling! Damn it!
The Simple Man, Noah Foster.
It's showtime! Yeah! How you doing, JJ? How you doing, Jeff?
James.
Yeah.
And the He-Man, James Hebert.
Guys, imagine Baron Corbin, Carl Anderson, and Doc Gallows. The Baldies! There you go! It sounds Get in there!
Short his ass and shit the bed.
He's not Amber Heard.
Give it time, JJ. Give it time.
Now, I'm sure Jeff has some stuff that...
Dumb move. Just don't pull this bullshit again. You get one.
Tony needs to stop caring about the ratings.
Bradshaw said as long as the ads are in place, we're not going to lose that third hour.
Ring of Honor does not have to be AEW Light. They don't necessarily have to coexist with each other. We kind of saw that tonight to a degree.
Along with a panel of gifts.
He is no longer glorious. Don't you bring that up. You want me to rant about what my NXT used to... No, we are done here for the night. I swear, James.
Because you never know who may show up for open mic night.
I leave our company in the capable hands of an extraordinary group of superstars, employees, and executives.
The first thing that came to my mind was, it's about damn time.
Amen!
All I have to say to that picture is Hulk Hogan.
Peyton's new thing is Dennis the Menace, but it's funny because she calls it Dentist the Medicine.
That's great.
When Elliot Taylor came out and did Born for Greatness live, I was popping my pussy, having a great time. I didn't care. I was having so much fun.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Fuck Bill Belichick.
We got it on wrestling, and then you bring in that shit. That's just how the fan goes off the damn rails. Brilliant, bloody brilliant. We're here.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to our coverage of, well, actually, no, we're open mic night. God, it's bad shit how crazy it is. We've got the end of Battle of the Bells happening right now over on one stream of ours, including brand new Ring of Honor World Six-Man Tag Team Champions in Dustin Rhodes and the Von Erichs. Congratulations to those boys. So proud of them. Happy for my boy Dustin and the Von Erich family winning in Texas with the among other things. UFC 304 with Walter and James going on as well. My goodness, we are live, and it's across the multiverse for real. 3 different streams. We'll be joined by Noah and JJ here in just a short, but we thank everybody for tuning in already as the chat room is filing in, so thank you all very much. Kind of looking for a short night here, it looks like here as far as open mic night goes. We do have a couple of topics we're going to bring up. They both are AEW-centric. Not necessarily happy stuff, but you know, what are you gonna do? It is what it is. But we will be taking super chats if you guys want to bring up anything of a positive nature, sort of a kind of a counterbalance, if you will, to the negativity, if you will. But we will be going live here in just a moment with Noah and James Noah and JJ, making their way in. James and Walter's participation will be determined on how long UFC 304 goes tonight, of course. But thank you all for tuning in, those so far on Open Mic Night. It has been a wonderful afternoon of content. AEW Collision was a great show. Battle of the Belts was fun to watch. And UFC 304 is ongoing. We still, of course, tomorrow, let's not forget, we will continue this craziness tomorrow across the multiverse as we present Bloodsport 11 from GCW and Josh Barnett. That'll be at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 Pacific, across the multiverse of media with, of course, with JJ. No, try it again. James and Walter. There it is, across the multiverse on the call. Meach's Musings on Monday. Stat Boy Sports Bar and the Great American Bash from NXT on Tuesday. The Greg Cherry Show, episode 200 on Wednesday. Simply predicting SummerSlam at some point this week. And, of course, SummerSlam itself will be next Saturday, August 3rd, going live beginning at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 Pacific. My goodness. Incredible opportunity. It looks like they are signing off now with Battle of the Belts, so we will await the arrival, if you will, of JJ and Noah to join myself for Open Mic Night, which, again, always cool. I love doing Open Mic Night. It's fun. It's enjoyable. It looks like they're not letting me do the sign-off, or they're going to have me do the sign-off, so hang on one second. All right, there we go. We're back live. There we go. All right, guys, we'll be joined by Noah and JJ here in just a short. But in the meantime, let's talk about what's coming up. I'm always excited when SummerSlam season rolls around. WWE has definitely done their thing and stepped up their game. I have a vested interest in the matches announced for SummerSlam, which doesn't happen every single week. Every single year, I should say. But it is happening this year. I'm very excited for everything going on with SummerSlam. And let's see, Daniel is here. So, yeah, again, we don't have any topics really, Daniel, so I'll go ahead and throw this up there really quick. I'll go ahead and answer it before everybody pops in. Get myself back on screen. I'm trying to do this shit. There we go. There it is. Daniel says, I know this isn't a super chat, but I saw recently the Mortal Kombat DLC trailer for the continuation story of MK1, aka 12, and seen new DLC, including the T1000. It screams Ghostface. So that's pretty cool. I'm not a gamer, and even as a kid, was never really into Mortal Kombat necessarily. So, that's definitely a lot of other people's bag, not mine. But as long as Mortal Kombat is still a viable property, still a viable moneymaker, I don't see why not. And they definitely have proven that to be the case over the years. So, Safet, Safety, good to see you. I know you were along for our AEW coverage, so thank you for that, brother. Much, much appreciated. And thank you to everybody on the team today, by the way. I know it was kind of a cluster in the chats today, getting everything organized and arranged around everybody else's schedules, and I was a little bit of a turd to the team just because I felt the strain. So I do apologize for that. Like I said, I apologize for my verbiage toward Mr. Sinertia yesterday, and I reiterate that apology. So there you go. Big G says 2 new Avengers movies announced for the next 2 years. Very cool. We actually came off of a rerun of Infinity War prior to Collision, which I haven't seen Infinity War not since before it came out, or since it first came out, because again, I wasn't watching the entirety of Avengers movie. I know JJ was into the MCU as it was premiering in theaters, so that was so definitely I didn't see Infinity War when it came out. I did take Dylan to see Endgame because it was the last one officially of that saga, so I did want to get in before the hype came out and the spoilers emerged, because we all love the spoilers around here. But anyway, JJ is here to moderate up Mike Knight as he do. Hell of a Battle of the Belts he came in home in time for, man. That was a pretty good show that hour was.
Yeah, it was. Really solid action. 2 great women's matches. Because women's wrestling matters, damn it.
That's right. And yes, Dustin and the Von Erichs, man. I am tickled for those 3 guys. That is too cool that they are the Ring of Honor. It's funny that Dustin is a Ring of Honor champion. Like it just throws me that as long as he's been around, still yet to be an AEW champion.
Yes, sir.
But he has now held championships in every decade since the 1990s. Just, crazy to me.
Yeah.
4 decades of the Natural doing his thing, Goldust doing his thing. The Cleaver is here. I know it's an off night for you to be on screen, brother, but we appreciate you being along for the craziness. Gillen wants to see this so bad, Deadpool and Wolverine.
So do I.
And I'm like, I'm still not as into the MCU as I'd like to be. If you hear different things, like you don't have to have seen any of the other previous movies to get this one. But I've also been told with this one, even Dylan said, a base knowledge of the Deadpool movies and like just a general broad idea of the X-Men film series will do you a solid. So we'll see.
I definitely probably echo that sentiment, even though I haven't seen it yet. You got to figure there's 2 Deadpool movies.
Yes.
3 if you count the PG-13 Once Upon a Deadpool, where they kidnap Fred Savage. And there's a bunch of Princess Bride jokes within there. But so you've got the 2 Deadpool movies, and then there's I want to say there's 9 Wolverine movies.
At least.
There's the 6 X-Men movies.
Yeah.
3 with the original cast, 3 with the new cast.
Yeah.
The new class. And then there's Wolverine, the Wolverine,
and Logan. Yeah.
So there's 9 of those. So you've got 11 movies. Not quite as bad as the MCU.
No.
But without having seen it, I'd say you probably at least want to see the 2 Deadpool movies, probably the first 3 X-Men's, and then Logan.
Yeah. And when in doubt, it's not always a reliable source, but for basic plot writing, Wikipedia, your best good friend. Because a lot of shit to unpack. Yeah, I didn't see Logan either. I really wanted to. I wanted to see the theaters because I knew, other than the Doctor Strange alternate or whatever, it was going to be Patrick Stewart's last outing. That was pretty much driven in our heads that it was going to be Sir Patrick's last outing as the linear timeline.
But is it
Professor X? But yeah, now we don't know.
Will it?
Yeah, now we don't know.
Because Hugh Jackman said that Logan was going to be his final one, but now he's back with this, and now he said that him and Ryan really want to be in a Spider-Man movie with Tom Holland.
Jesus. Well,
and that's a buddy movie that I am just here for.
No, for real. I will say this. Based on what I have heard about this, I know we're totally off your wheelhouse right now, so we'll get it done real quick. I will simply say that based on the way they wrote this plot of this movie, what I said about Patrick Stewart's involvement is still legitimate as far as the linear timeline, because multiverses are a thing.
Yes.
So I'm okay with Hugh being back. I'm okay with anything Hugh Jackman's in after seeing the Wolverine outings and Greatest Showman. Like, I'm here for Hugh Jackman all day, all night. I love that man to pieces. My mom will even go see a Wolverine movie because of Hugh Jackman, because, she don't do anything else. But Noah Foster's here now. You guys fresh off the call of Battle of the Belts. Mr. Moderator, let's do the thing here.
All right. Well, like I told people at the end of Battle of the Belts, I don't have a whole lot of stuff that we're going to discuss tonight. Got a couple of little things that I wanted to bring up. Otherwise, it's going to be your guys' questions, topics. So throw them in there. If they're good, we'll bring it up. If you want to secure and make sure we discuss it, super chat. Again, we said it on the other one. Noah's going to roll his eyes here, but it is what it is. If we can get $60 to Jeff's channel and $60 to my channel before Tuesday, Noah will have to enroll in this deemed university that is Chase University and support Thea Hale in her bid against Roxanne Perez for the night one of the Great American Bash. And if she wins, he will have to get a t-shirt.
And no, Noah.
I don't know if you saw it, Jeff, because you were kind of
I did
maintaining multiple streams.
I did. I'm so happy for Thea and for Tony.
There's
yes.
the Andre
look at that
figure.
Jesus Christ.
There's the Duke Hudson figure, and there's Thea.
I like the Thea in the more updated Chase U, with a little more post JC Jane era Chase U attire. I'm here for it. Well,
there's actually a variant that has her in the more provocative wear from the JC era.
My goodness.
But got to get the Chase U ones, though.
Yes.
And then I showed these to Noah on the air also.
I know. Oh my God, I can't even shit.
They have a black and white timeless Tony. The only thing in color is her lipstick.
As it should be.
You can see the red popping there.
Oh my God. Like you said on air, I'm not much of a figure collector anymore, but I need me timeless Tony Storm in my life. Like, I need that to be on my display shelf. Jesus Christ. That's great.
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness. All right. Colin has a divisive question in the chat room. It's not super chatted, but it sure as hell got my attention. And this is straight up. This is like Biggie and Tupac. This is West versus East. We got to ask this question of the multiverse.
Okay.
In-N-Out or Whataburger?
None of the above.
I can't answer. I have 5 Guys in my town. That's my go-to.
I'm a Tommy's guy.
Tommy's definitely over these two for me. Absolutely.
If I absolutely have to pick between these two,
yes,
I'm going to go with In-N-Out.
Right.
In-N-Out is extremely overrated. I don't think it's near worth the lines that fill up the drive-thrus.
Salad.
That doesn't mean it's a bad burger.
No.
But when the drive-through line literally exceeds to like the red lights and you can't get through the lane that you're trying to drive down because the drive-through line is that fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's not that serious, y'all.
No, it's not.
It's just not.
It's my understanding, Colin, that Tommy's, unlike In-N-Out used to be, Tommy's is still very much California exclusive.
Yeah.
California.
And Tommy's
it's a bomb chili burger, basically.
Yeah, Tommy's is worth the In-N-Out lines, because Tommy still has those lines. If you get an original Tommy's location, they still got those lines, and they're worth it. For me, I finally got to have Whataburger. God, I forget when it was that I was back in the east area of the country that I got to have it. It's good. It's very good, even. But being a California guy, I'm always going to go for In-N-Out of the two. But I will say, for the record, that I do prefer Tommy's. But of the chains that are now going further out, because In-N-Out's now getting itself ever so far east. No one mentioned Five Guys. If Five Guys wasn't so ungodly expensive, I'd be on it. Like, I really would. But I took Dylan to a Five Guys that's here, but I get it, it's California, everything's more expensive, right? But almost $50 for the two of us at a burger joint. Yeah, I'm kind of good. That's kind of crazy. There was one we went to a recent. You know what? The Habit, I feel, is very not underrated, but underappreciated, because they've got quality stuff and not just strictly burgers. They've got a wide variety of stuff. The biggest thing with In-N-Out is they are 3 main items: a hamburger, a cheeseburger, and a double cheeseburger. That's essentially what their menu is. They've got bomb fries. I dare say some of the best fries in the business, because they're freshly prepared. And when they are old and they don't get thrown away, they don't hold their shape and texture like McDonald's fries do. It would thrive a nuclear holocaust, because those things are crazy. It's just scary. Yeah. But
all right.
But yeah, Five Guys, definitely high priced. Are they worth the price? California, no. But California, everything's more expensive for me. And see, I'm even worse than Colin as far as the In-N-Out, because again, I'm not a animal style guy. Like, I don't like the extra stuff. I am meat, cheese, bun, depending on the establishment, a light layer of mayo just to have something different. But I'm not eating I'm the worst Californian. I hate avocado. I hate Thousand Island dressing.
I only get the fries animal style because I feel like their fries are too bland.
Right.
They need something.
Yeah.
You give me that Thousand Island. You give me the chopped onions. You give me the cheese.
All the cheese. Always the cheese with you. Yes. Yes.
I'm set.
I will say I have taken your approach to French fries in recent years, where I make it fresh, and then I ask for salt. That's the way to go, especially like the big ones like McDonald's, Wiener Schnitzel, all those. If you get the fries, they're already made. They're sitting there like they've been sitting there like, nah. Throw a fresh batch in the fryer for me. I want them to make sure they kill me fresh out of the heater.
The best way to do that is you tell them straight out the gate that you want them no salt.
Yeah, no salt, and then you make
have
sure
to make them fresh.
Yep, that's what I've been doing. I tell them no salt. That way they make it fresh, and then most places they had the little salt packets there on the island. Now you can grab them. Yeah. So that's what I've been doing, and that I completely blame you for that, because in a good way, because I was at KFC the other day, and Dylan and I both wanted their fries. Them fries tasted like we found them under the bed with that turkey leg from Disneyland. They were that old. Like, how old are these fries? Like, I paid this for no. Like, give me fresh. So, gotta go with it. So, Colin is on a Whataburger stance when he asked the question. Sorry, Noah. So it's just like it's one of the two wrestling talk.
I mean, I'm just here. I'm working on our stuff, so you know, I'm just doing the usual.
Noah always multitasks.
Yes, he does. He does.
So, first topic we will bring up, and like I put in the open mic night chat, these are the only two things that I really wanted to get into, and I really don't want it to come off as an anti-AEW conversation. No. I'm gonna try my damnedest not to lead it that way. I know how much Noah loves AEW, but I feel like these things are going to tend to teeter towards the negative, so we're going to try our damnedest not to reside there. But first and foremost, Camille, of course, made her debut this past week.
Yay.
I still haven't gone back and actually watched the legit stream, to hear the crowd, hear the commentary. Jeff, you said that you did. From everything that I understand, it was like the epitome of the crowd goes mild.
Yeah.
I guess what we're going to discuss as far as this one is, did the commentators do their job in putting her over? And did she sit at home for too long after putting her name on the proverbial contract? Because if rumors are to be believed, she signed the deal back in January and has been sitting at home for almost 8 months.
Yeah. So the commentary definitely undersold her, especially, and again, I'm gonna try not be so graphic this time with the two of them, especially Taz and Excalibur. For all the praise that's delivered on Excalibur these days, which I have far too much skin in the game. I'm gonna stay out of that one. And Taz especially, like, that should have been a bigger friggin' deal. It wasn't, because she's been sitting backstage so long or sitting home so long. Schiavone, to his credit, people really hated on Tony Schiavone when he first came back into wrestling and was doing the podcast only with Conrad. And then when he first made his way back into AEW, or wrestling with AEW, they kind of shit all over. Oh, this guy's too over. It's like, you know what? You go back and watch our coverage of Flair's last match. But instead of watching us, I encourage you guys to listen to Tony and to David Crockett and everybody else who was involved in that. That was a hell of a call. I think that really lit the fire under Tony's ass. He did a great job of selling Camille, and it actually kind of bolstered Taz and Excalibur to go, oh shit. But the crowd itself definitely seemed like, oh, well, that took long enough. And I don't know if that's AEW's penchant for overhyping somebody prior to when they're showing up. I mean, God, how obvious was it we were getting Mercedes in Boston, and she still got the major pop? Yeah, they're piping them in now, but not that first time, man. They were all over that when she first showed up. I think that it really depends what happens next, because we need to see that she's going to be more than just another voiceless heavy like she was with Nick as the NWA champion. We need to be able to see that Brickhouse, who was the NWA World Champion for how many days?
Over 800.
Yeah. We need to see that Camille. Not the silent, brooding, just do what the champion needs to do to survive Camille. If we get a balance, I'm good. If we don't, I'm going to be more upset than I already was at her being kept backstage for so long, or back home, or whatever she was. Again, if you believe the rumor and if you follow her social posts, her contract expired long enough ago where if she was signed when she was allegedly signed, she should have been brought in, no questions asked. And especially with the way we've been talking about AEW's women's division kind of tipping the scales against their favor with as good as NXT is doing, with as great as TNA has been this year. They should have had her on television right the fuck away. Oh, we don't have anything for her. Make something. She's goddamn Camille, Tony. Fucking make it happen. You gave her more creative when you brought her as NWA champion than you did Wednesday.
I will never understand the I don't have anything for them argument. And that's for any company.
No.
Really quickly before we go on, Arlene, I see your super chat. As soon as we're done with this, we will get to that top priority.
1/6 of the way, Noah.
But yeah, I never understand that. It's like, if you don't have anything for them, why did you sign them? That doesn't make sense to me.
And on the same side, if you've got him signed for a while and you still make that claim, let them go.
Yeah. Like, how long was Thunder Rosa just sitting at the announced position, cleared from injury?
Oh, yeah.
They didn't have anything for her.
Yep.
That don't make no sense.
No, that's why Britt Baker was smart, and I will gladly kiss the DMDB here right now, because she knew she was not ready for physicality, and rather than go to TV and maybe get out there and cut a promo or whatever, no, she stayed back. She worked with Dallas Page, and she got herself in the best damn shape of her life. That I was able to tell you guys 3 days before she was back on television. Shit, she's ready. I don't care what anybody else says. She's ready to go. And sure enough, there she was on television on Saturday night after her thing with the Garcias. She got herself ready to go. I wish more talent would have that awareness, self-awareness. And I wish companies would have that awareness of their talent. Like, if you don't have anything for them, maybe not turn them loose, but let them go elsewhere and keep the ring rust off. Because that's such a huge thing in wrestling. Anyway, I rambled. I apologize. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're fine. I threw to you first. Noah, what were your thoughts on Camille's debut? Do you feel like they undersold her on commentary? Do you think the crowd reacted the way that they should have? You know, do you feel like she's been, like, they waited too long to debut her?
I honestly don't look
into the fact that she was signed in January.
Well, first off, I don't read into anything, as you know. Seeing is believing. Secondly, I don't really read into, like, today's commentary, because a lot of today's commentary I don't really give a shit about unless it's good old JR at this point, or Japanese commentary. Also, third, I kind of don't listen, to be honest, since I know moreover than not, every TV show, fuck television, has some sort of piped in noise with it. The only natural reaction that matters is my own. So whether or not they screwed up, that is kind of irrelevant to me. What matters is the long term and the long run. Kudos to Camille on pursuing a great opportunity outside the NWA to showcase what she's capable of on a bigger stage and taking the chance to do so. But I think first impression is too soon to tell whether or not they screwed up anything. All I know is I'm extremely happy to see her. I'm extremely happy I got to saw her and react to her arriving to a bigger stage in AEW. And I can't wait to see her mixed up with some of the talent there, including not limited to Jamie Hayter, when she returns. With people like Jamie Hayter and Ty Mello still yet to come back to this women's division that continues growing in its potential and the amount of great talent that it has, I'm very optimistic towards the future. So first impression, be damn, long-term telling will tell otherwise and affect my judgment. So as far as I go, I was fine with what I heard and what I saw, and definitely what I called. And I can't wait to see her wreck shop first with Diabreaker DMD and whoever Diabreaker DMD gets first, if not Jamie Hayter, based on Jamie Hayter's clarity, because I also do believe a wrestler should not come into play on my screen unless they are physically and mentally clear to compete for all the right reasons. So I was fine with it, and I can't wait to see what comes next from it.
Fair enough. Well, in the meantime, we have received not one but 2 super chats from Arlene. $20 bombs a pop. Thank you very much, Arlene. Now a third of the way to getting Noah to enroll and chase you by next Tuesday. Let's keep them coming, folks. So the first of Arlene's 2 questions. Do you see Dolph Nick Nemeth defending his title on NXT, Raw, or SmackDown? And if so, against who? I don't know about Raw or SmackDown. I definitely feel that's going to be the next evolution of this partnership, but I don't think that's going to happen until after the Rumble.
Yeah.
I think we're probably going to keep it NXT until the Rumble, and then we may get Joe Hendry, we may get the Rascals, we may get Jordan Grace, Ash by Elegance in the Rumble, which could then spearhead a potential storyline with the Raw or SmackDown talent because they get eliminated by one of the TNA guys.
Right.
And we build towards a Raw SmackDown match or even something at the Chamber. If the Chamber is still going to be a thing.
Right.
Still not sure, considering the Rumble is going to be in February, if the Chamber is even going to be a thing anymore.
Could be in March.
So it could be, but we don't know. So we'll just play that by ear. But I don't know about Dolph coming back to NXT, Nick coming back to NXT to defend his title. If he were, the only thing that I think would make sense would be champion versus champion, Nick versus All Ego Ethan Page.
Oh, give me that match. Hell yes.
You know, considering Nick's contract expired and then he went to TNA, I don't know how quickly he's wanting to come back onto WWE television. Is there nothing but good vibes? Is there a little bit of animosity for the way that things ran out on his end, you know? Would he be able to bring his brother with him for a tag match? All things to ponder. Jeff looks like he has something he wants to say, but before he does,
yes,
let's welcome Big G into the stream. What's up, Big G?
Hello.
Go ahead and take a look at the question here.
Nothing
Go ahead and
much.
take a look at the question there, and once Jeff is done speaking, we'll throw to you for your thoughts on that.
Yeah, first of all, like this shirt, got the purple variety. Not here in the studio, but at home. We'll have to wear it another time. Have to color coordinate, Big G. Yeah. God damn, I love Randy Savage. I'm watching 94 WWF, so he's on commentary, and my life is good. Anyway, I would love it if Nick returned to NXT to defend the TNA Championship, and it's one of those. And again, speaking far too often to Nick, or far more than I should for doing what I'm doing, unfortunately. I really think that his departure had very little to do with the current guys at the top of management. And I'll let that lay where it be. He and Hunter always got along great as far as I know. So I don't see why it's not a possibility. I know that nobody in any of those companies works harder than Nick Nemeth. I'll fight to the death on that. That guy works hard every damn day of his life. And he's so good that he doesn't have to at this point, but he still does. Seeing him against Ethan Page will be an instant. I'll make sure my bills are paid, and then I'll beg and plead for super chat just so I can afford that pay-per-view. Because that would be just that one match. I'm like, just take the money, take it. Don't ask questions. Take it. But realistically, yeah, right now, the fact that he was fresh off NXT run when he let the contract expire and then went to TNA back at Hard to Kill, it would be probably a stretch to believe he would return at least right away. If the partnership evolves into the main roster, then it might be somewhere where Nick has something to prove. It's like, oh, you let me get away, but I'm going to come in here and whoop on your main roster boys just to show I can.
Yeah.
Will he let that happen long term and that against many people? Probably not. But it would still be a fun experiment to hash out post Royal Rumble. By the way, if they do the Chamber in March and they do it right away, February 1st is a Saturday, Royal Rumble, which also, because it's an odd year, makes March 1st Saturday. Have the Chamber on my birthday. I'll have a birthday party with open mic night in the Chamber. Let's fucking go.
Okay. Big G, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, with Nick being TNA champion and them doing this whole partnership with NXT right now, I can definitely see him going down to NXT and defending it, and then I can also definitely seeing people from NXT going to TNA to challenge him for the title. I mean, we saw the Rascals at Slammiversary. We're seeing Joe Hendry again on Tuesday at the Great American Bash. You know, so I'm digging this partnership, and like Jeff said, if this partnership grows onto the main roster, yeah, Nick's gonna have something to prove or show to the guys. Like, you guys let me go, I'm back as a world champion again, and I'm just gonna whoop on you guys. So
yeah, Jay, I think I heard you mention it. Joe Hendry showed up at a freaking NXT live event, like not even on TV.
A house show.
Did he really?
At a Davenport, yeah.
Last night he showed up at an NXT house show. This NXT NA shit has gone to the next level. It's like he already freaking flyered the entire parking lot with autographed posters promoting the concert for this week, which Noah and I are going to get to be there for the call for. Let's fucking go.
Dude, that's awesome.
So good.
Then he showed up for a house show. Joe Hendry is taking this shit to the next level. And yes.
Well, here's Here's hoping this NXT NA run lasts all the way through Halloween Havoc through Hershey, Pennsylvania, come October time.
Oh.
I'm all for it.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome. I gotta say, I am a little bit bummed that TNA rescheduled Victory Road and took it away from Noah in Ohio and moved it down to freaking Texas.
Fuck that.
Because I was looking forward to Noah going and him being able to purchase and mail me the Joe Hendry t-shirt. Damn it. I wanted that shit.
I know. I definitely want my Joe Hendry shirt. I believe, and like I said, my first and last name goes in perfect cadence. If somebody wants to get Joe Hendry cameo for me for the end of the year show on my birthday, I ain't going to say no.
He did up his
Jeff
price.
Meacham.
He did up his price on Cameo. It is now, I believe, $80.
He's still worth every bit of it.
Oh yeah. I remember the last time I looked at it because I was looking at the Shayna Baszler cameo, and I saw Joe Hendry, and at the time I think he was like $40. So
yeah, we got a steal. I'm not gonna lie, for the end of year show, like we got a freaking steal. But that was before he blew the hell up. Yeah,
especially for what we got from him. I mean, he sung that he believed in Noah, sung that he believed in Attila, and we got a cameo from his dog.
That's right.
Not everybody gets his dog in their videos.
Doesn't happen every day. Yeah, I am all for, again, it'd be a lot of saving on my part because I have nothing coming in, but I am all about a Jeff Meacham, Joe Hendry sung theme song for the end of the year show. And we'll run that shit every freaking show. I don't give a shit.
Absolutely.
For $80 worth it.
Really quickly, 26.2 miles outside parts unknown said 1/6 of the way, Noah. What does that mean? We are now a third of the way, 26.2 miles outside parts unknown. And what that means is if we can get another $40 to my channel, $40 to Jeff channel before Tuesday, then this man right here needs to enroll in the esteemed Chase University and support Thea Hale on Tuesday night in her bid to dethrone the prodigy Roxanne Perez.
She's not winning.
From her NXT Women's Championship. And should Thea win,
she's not
Noah would then have to get a Chase U t-shirt and wear it on a PLE or an open mic night. I'm thinking preferably an NXT PLE where she or Chase U are wrestling. That way he's in full gimmick for the actual show.
And no.
So that is what that means, sir. We need another
Noah.
$40 in super chats to the Casa channel and to the Jeff Meacham Network. If we can get it tonight, that's even better. But Monday is pretty much the cutoff as far as if we want it to be done for this week. We've actually got till the end of the year to get it. But if we can get it by Monday, then Noah has to do it come Tuesday while she's challenging for the title.
Yes. And two things out there to the multiverse. No, that doesn't mean you can buy him the Thea Hale figure and send in the T-shirt because he can't wear that. You can buy the Thea Hale figure and send it to JJ.
Yeah,
by all means, do that.
Please do.
Yeah, please do that. But do not send it because then he can fudge you like, oh, I got a T-shirt. Like, that's not what we meant. That's a loophole.
Yes.
And hey, Rich Holland showed off some bomb-ass black T-shirts with the Chase U logo. I'll give me one of those because I can wear that and look decent.
I still want to get that one to go with my red one.
Yeah,
I wish they would sell the sweater like Andre wears. I would totally sit here with like a dress shirt on, put the sweater over it, and just totally rock the Andre Chase look. At least look a little bit comparable to this man with a suit and tie.
Yes. I will say we're not that lucky on the karma for the shirt to arrive on time, nor that actually happen.
No.
No.
But damn it would be good.
But he doesn't have to get the shirt until she wins it.
Right, exactly. That's the key.
As ironic as that would be, that was the deal that we made. So
yes, we are men of our word. If Thea becomes the champion,
she's not winning.
Such negativity, Noah.
I love Noah.
You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do when Thea does win the championship.
Yep, because she will win it.
I am gonna buy a Chase U shirt, and on the back, I'm gonna have her picture with Noah's quote. She's not winning on the back of it. With a picture of her as the champion.
It's too bad that Noah refuses to believe in Thea Hale and Chase U the way that we believe in Joe Hendry.
Right? It's sad. It really is.
So sad. But
You know
what's
what,
not
though?
sad, you know what isn't sad? Arlene's other super chat.
No, that's valid. But I was going to have you bring it up. I just want to say before you do, Virtue with the quote of the week, though. He put it on Twitter. I believe in Joe Hendry about as much as Tony Khan believes in Wardlow. I was like, God damn. He's not wrong.
Out of line. But
Out of line. He's not wrong. We believe in Joe Hendry, but I don't think anybody believes in Wardlow anymore. Poor bastard. He's been pushed down so far.
Does
Anyway,
he even exist on it? No, I'm kidding.
I don't know. Sad. Sad scene.
And that takes care of that. So,
all right.
Well,
Noah's like
really quickly before we go to the other one, Noah didn't give his thoughts on that.
Oh, that's
Noah,
true.
do you see Nick Nemeth defending his TNA World Heavyweight Championship on NXT? And if so, against who?
Well, if Trick Williams can't get back to the NXT Championship, maybe that's a different avenue that could push him over the edge since the show-off wanted to show the world so much. Trick Williams wants to show that he can still be that guy in NXT, but even Page won't let him or he falls short. Heel Trick Williams versus Nick Nemeth, I could see that possibly down the line in NXT. Yeah, I wouldn't rule it out. I mean, we've already seen the NXT champion defend against the TNA talent in NXT. Why not have the TNA Knockouts World Champion defend against an NXT talent on NXT, considering that's already been happening on TNA? So, I mean, I figure first what's probably going to happen is an NXT talent would show up in TNA to challenge for the TNA World Championship before the TNA World Champion is defended on NXT against NXT talent. But I wouldn't rule it out. I don't think it's going to happen this year, but I figure if they ever do a show or make official Worlds Collide, I wouldn't rule it out from happening. As far as a person right now, I mean, I look at the NXT landscape. Maybe Trick Williams goes heel. Maybe Tony D'Angelo. That'd probably be an interesting one. Figured about Nick Nemeth and his mindset. Figured about those that could oppose him. maybe Sean Spears to go back up to Canada. I think there's potential. They need to build more of the NXT main level scene for me to believe that's possible at NXT versus someone show up at TNA. But I wouldn't rule it out.
Yeah, Sean Spears was the other name I was going to throw out there. You know, All Ego, Ethan Page, and Sean Spears, I think, would probably be your top 2 candidates right now. I love Trick, but I don't know if Trick versus Nick would be a good match.
Yeah, and the
I don't think Trick is on that level yet.
No.
Not yet, no.
Plus the low-key petty and the irony of the former AEW guys challenging Nick for the TNA championship would just be delicious.
Oh, yeah. So Arlene's other super chat we'll get to here. And again, if you guys want to make sure that your questions are answered, super chat just like Arlene. Another $80, $40 to each channel, and Noah will have to enroll and chase you for this coming Tuesday. Let's make that happen tonight, guys. So Arlene says, do you guys still believe Gunther is winning the title, and is he winning it clean or with the help of interference? I definitely still think he's winning the title. I believe he's winning the title at SummerSlam, and he's going to walk into Bash in Berlin the glorious victor to be showered with adoration, as opposed to winning it in Berlin and jobbing to Priest at SummerSlam, because Priest's run has been lackluster. It's been good enough. But I think with what happened at Money in the Bank and the way that he got KO'd, didn't kick out, I think they're probably gonna look at that and be like, okay, we need to move the title to Gunther. Is he winning it clean or with the help of interference? Therein lies the $1 million question, because is it interference if the Judgment Day is already out there trying to help protect Priest, and let's say Ludwig Kaiser returns to help, fight off the opposition? I believe Ludwig is injured because he hasn't been on TV for the last couple of weeks.
Correct.
I don't know the severity of his injury, but it could be something where he can still make the appearance to help save Gunther and fight off the Judgment Day without getting uber physical, Avatar Man, what do you think?
Well, as far as is he still winning it? Yes, I believe he is. Will it be clean? Here's my thing with that. When it comes to Gunther, especially if both guys are still out, which I know they excommunicated Giovanni, but with Ludwig still out, I almost think he has to win it clean to maintain credibility. Yes, heel champions cheat. Yes, heels cheat to win. Yes, that's all very true. But I think for Gunther to stay in the dominant position he's been in as Intercontinental Champion and as King of the Ring, I really think that him winning clean will not only establish just how much of a badass world champion he's going to be, but will shut every critic up that ever said that he ever retained because of interference. Yes, he did a couple of times Intercontinental Champion. For the most part, he was very much the anti-honky tonk man that cheated every which way to retain that long-standing hold on the title. Gunther, I almost overuse this phrase now between Obafemi and now Athena last night, but Gunther truly was a bad motherfucker during that 666-day reign. So I think he has to maintain that aura by winning clean to become the world champion. And then when we go into Berlin and Big G is on that call and he defends the world title cleanly, people will be like, all right then. Show us. Keep going.
Noah.
What?
What happened?
He's
Do
so
you
in his own
believe
world.
that Ring General Gunther is going to win the title at SummerSlam?
And will he win it clean or with interference?
Jawohl. Oh, sorry.
Jawohl. Jesus Christ.
One way or another, he's champion at Bash at Berlin. So to answer the question, because I've been a fan of the Ring General since I can last remember, bring calm for life, I believe, yes, he does win at SummerSlam, and I'll talk more about it predicting, but I do look at the ever-degrading storyline of Judgment Day being maybe Damian Priest Judgment Day, and somebody else for that matter. Whether or not he wins without interference goes on the storytelling of Raw's Judgment Day, like SmackDown's Bloodline. I'm kind of over both at this point. But the Ring General has never needed anybody to help him win his fights in his life. He is that integral man that honors and restores the prestige of this sport. If Damian Priest is going to go down as champion or prove he could be El Campeon without risk of injury and Judgment Day, CM Punk or Joe Smo from Kokomo interfering, I honestly don't need to see that at SummerSlam where I feel so much of the card is more story-driven versus the better wrestler winning. I want this to be the better wrestler winning. I don't think interference is needed at SummerSlam. I think you pull the trigger more so after the fact when it comes to the fall of Judgment Day. I'm going to say he wins at SummerSlam right now, but I don't think there's going to be interference. But I think there's going to be a moment of doubt, and I think that Damian Priest is going to be caught off guard, and Gunther is going to surprise us like he did against Pete Dunne at NXT TakeOver in New York. Because you don't need interference with the Ring General in the ring. You just need to be the better wrestler. And with all due respect to Damian Priest, he's not that.
Okay. Big G?
Yes. I believe Gunther is going to win at SummerSlam. And he is going to win clean. I believe, if I remember correctly, in his 660 days as IC champion, he never had any interference from anybody.
Correct.
From Imperium. And as he always says, Die Mata is heilig, the mat is sacred. And I believe he believes in that. And he's going to walk into Berlin in Germany and show everybody, this is why I was champion for 666 days. He will bring prestige. I mean, yeah, the world title's been around, since Seth brought it back, but he's gonna bring prestige to that title.
Well, respect, I'd rather see you. Yeah.
And defend it with honor.
Yeah. Bring back the honor to this sport. For everyone else treats it like a joke, but he don't.
So here's a little teaser. So for Bash in Berlin, I might be throwing in some German here and there.
Ooh, I want that.
Please do.
That.
I'm here for that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I want that.
I dig it. Yeah.
As long as you translate yourself afterwards, for those that don't speak it.
That's probably best for those that don't know. But I'm looking forward to that, Big G, and I'm really looking forward towards how you gel with others, because that definitely right there is going to be one of the biggest matches for me this year in WWE. Damn right. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to it. I still kind of wish it was Seth freaking Rollins versus Gunther, but Damian Priest and Gunther, they both have a similar story towards, you think they don't deserve to be in this moment or weren't going to be in this moment, going to prove you all wrong. And this is definitely, looking at this card, second most important match I'm going to see at SummerSlam that I actually do care about.
Nice. Good. Besides?
I think because I just want to see that Cleveland idiot finally knocked off his block. Please let LA Knight win the United States Championship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. When they did that face-to-face, whatever it was a week ago, and Logan called him Sean, I popped.
Right?
Because everyone's like, oh, I know him as LA Knight. Oh, I know him as Eli Drake. It's like, no, fuckers. I
Oh,
know
this
him
is-
as Sean Ricker, damn it.
That's right.
So when he called him Sean, I popped for a minute. People in the chat rooms are like, oh, he used his government name.
I mean, I kind of knew his like real name, and when he like said it, I'm like, what?
Yeah,
Did he just go there?
G-U-B-M-E-N-T, government name.
Yeah,
Government. That's
Like-
right. Pepper
like-
Frogs remembers.
like governor for Anthony Ogogo in AEW. But yeah, like I said, I'm looking forward to being at SummerSlam next week Saturday. But I look at this card and I'm like, there's some good stuff here. Why is this happening? Oh, Jelly Roll's performing. Yay. Oh, this match is happening. Okay, I need to go get a hot dog. So I mean, yeah, I'm looking forward to this overall.
Noah is gonna be there as Nia Jax decimates, baby.
That's when I'm gonna go to the concession stand and get a hot dog.
Ooh. Hey, if you do that, you might miss some Money in the Bank cash in, good
That's
sir.
true.
I already saw one last year at SummerSlam, and I still think it's
Yes.
Judy Stratton versus Bailey 1-on-1. So for me, it's kind of like meh.
All right.
Fair enough. Well, not bad chat here. Had a few topics this first hour. Matt, good to see you. We're doing well. We are going to take a moment here. We are going to run Noah's favorite commercial, our watch along trailer. When we come back, we'll get into some more stuff. So again, if y'all have more topics, more questions, be like Arlene Dominguez and super chat.
That's right.
I'm just going to be
We
watching.
want to get Noah to enroll in Chase University. Let's make that happen, y'all. We will be right back.
And now, preview time. So let's take a look at what's coming your way.
And as always, like I've been saying, every time that trailer plays, we truly are about Killer Jimmy, Motiverse Me, all the wrestling, 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 all the professional wrestling. Damn it! And combat sports and other form of sports. And with that, back to the PowerPoint. Okay, so actually no, that's good.
Back to
So
the PowerPoint.
I'm done. All right, I'm done. Good deal. Okay. Let's save that and all set for tomorrow. 2 minutes before Sunday.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yep.
So the other topic that I was going to bring up that was from this past week AEW, as we wait for more people to super chat topics, the Blood and Guts match. And I'm sure a lot of you guys already know where I'm going with here, as it's been quite the controversy in and around the internet. When Corey Graves put out a tweet about it, the unprotected chair shot from Mark Briscoe to Jack Perry. And I love the way that Corey approached it, because he tried to be very fair and just about it. But of course, the tribalists out there decided to crap on him, and he ended up deleting the tweet as a result. I'm trying to see if I can find the tweet here. I don't remember which chat room I posted it in. Is this it? Yes, here it is. He put out a tweet that said, "This is not meant to sound judgmental or incite, quote, us versus them, or question anybody's passion or talent or intentions. This is just coming from a guy whose career ended from a few too many accidental headshots. The art of this business is protecting ourselves and each other. Trust me, the gaps in memory are not worth it, I promise."
Yep.
So, what are our thoughts as far as the unprotected share shot goes? I'm sure we're all pretty much in the same boat here. And what do you think of the, we'll just call them what they are, the tribalists that came after Corey and caused him to delete the tweet? Jeff, I know this is something that you may or may not be able to discuss without getting too riled up. So if you would like to abstain from this conversation, you can, or you can go last after everybody else speaks their piece.
I'll go
However
last.
you can work that. Okay. G, we'll go ahead and go to you first.
Yeah. So watching that, like, I can't remember exactly. Did Perry did not even put his hand up to protect his face, did he?
He couldn't. He was handcuffed.
Oh, that's right. He was handcuffed. Thank you.
He was
See, what memories?
crucified,
So,
basically.
yeah, he was. Yeah. So I don't know if that was just like not like a last call, but like oh my god, what's the word I'm thinking of?
Last resort.
Kind of, sort of, in a way. But yeah, still, like, even in WWE, they haven't done chair shots to the face in the longest time. It's usually to the back or to the stomach or to
Yeah.
the arms or to the knees. Even in AEW, I think this is the first chair shot I've seen to the face in a long time.
Not since Cody Rhodes and Shawn Spears, and that was bad on their prop department because that wasn't a gimmick chair. That was a real chair.
Yeah.
That was ugly, too. That was gross.
That was the ugliest chair shot I last recall seeing in this business.
Who recently... Didn't somebody recently do a DDT to somebody's head on the chair? Was that Blood and Guts too?
I mean, where do you want to start?
but yeah, anyways, going back to the, like, there's a reason why nobody does that anymore. And Corey Graves is right. You know, you definitely, if it hits you in the right way, you can get a concussion. I almost got it. I almost got a concussion. Well, not really a concussion, but the other day on Luck of the Draw, I didn't crack the egg open beforehand.
Right?
And I literally cracked it on my hand.
That's tremendous for all the wrong reasons, G.
And then Greg was like, you know, you need to crack it a little bit beforehand, otherwise you're gonna give yourself a concussion. So I was like, oh my god.
Oh.
Yeah, come on, bruv.
This was even before Blood and Guts happened. So, but yeah, you know, I'm not really very familiar with concussions and all that stuff like that. But I mean, yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of memory loss that happens. You're not the same person.
Nope.
Look at Antonio Brown. He has CTE. You know, after that one play, he's never been the same. I feel like if you get a concussion or anything like that, nobody's ever the same after that. So I just, hopefully they learned their lesson from Blood and Guts and stay away from chair shots to the face. So that's my take on it.
Okay. Noah?
That's like I said. I mean, you already know where I stand by this. Protect your mentality. I mean, I also say protect your physicality. Again, my mom's a stroke survivor. It's literally Disability Awareness Month, and I just looked at the spectrum of disabilities. And my mom, of course, when you have stroke, sometimes your brain doesn't work the exact same way with your body, nor does your memory. Concussions, though, truly affect your memory more than your body, but also your body at the same time. And at the end of the day, even if that chair was gimmick, it's the visual. And you also got to consider who it triggered. A literal concussion victim who got a concussion from this business and has never and will never be the same again. I appreciate Corey Graves coming in with a humble retort and honestly some good awareness advice for anybody in and out of this business with how important it is to protect yourself from blows to the head of any sort. Either way, I also don't acknowledge the T word or those that call themselves that. I'm just a professional wrestling fan, nothing more than that. I'm also a person that understands how important it is to have this intact. To this day, I don't even know if mine's fully intact because I was born developmentally delayed, but so far I'm still functioning as you see. So again, be more aware of where your passion lies and how you swing at it too. Gimmick or not, you don't want to put that visual out there that somebody literally might have been concussed or that someone could survive like this without being concussed. It's a double-edged sword. Screw the T's, but that being said, protect your mentality. Avoid stuff like that on your screen and towards anybody you're in the ring with or in a cage with.
Yeah, as somebody that used to wrestle, I've taken chair shots before. Non-gimmicked chairs. More often than not, I was able to get my hand up or the chair shots were to the back. I maybe took one unprotected chair shot in my entire 10-year run, but I don't really remember. And that's not, from unnecessarily headshots, but as a guy that has epilepsy, that has had seizures pretty consistently from 10 months old until I was about 13 or 14.
Oof.
I just have serious gaps in memory from all the seizures. Jeff's known me for almost 20 years. He knows there's shit, we maybe talked about a month ago. I'm like, huh? We talked about this? I know member.
...
So it's definitely hard to watch. I get to a certain degree superstars' desires to do stuff like that. As somebody that performed themselves, I get it. Because at the end of the day, and I'm going to use this statement very loosely because I don't want Jeff to chastise me, but at the end of the day, it is all entertainment. We want to entertain the fans.
Yeah.
So I can get an entertainer's desire to do something like that to a certain degree, especially somebody like Jack, who this new scapegoat gimmick is really elevating him to levels that we never thought we would see out of him.
No, it's true.
He's got, this is going to sound really wrong, so I apologize, but he's got a gorgeous, luscious, full head of hair. So it's going to be a little bit curly, a little bit softer to try to cushion some of that blow. Whereas somebody like Jeff, who's lost his hair, and me, whose hairline is receding, it's going to be a little bit tougher to take that. He's got full body hair, lots of it, so it's going to cushion it a little bit. And then, of course, if it was in fact a gimmicked chair like the fans say that it was, that's going to make things a little bit easier as well. But we come back to a quote that Jeff loves to use from The Undertaker's Hall of Fame induction. Perception is reality. The man is handcuffed to a cage.
Yeah.
And just gets rocked in the way that he does.
Yeah.
Do we not think about people like Christopher Nowinski, who had to retire from concussions? Do we not think about people like Chris Benoit, who had the brain of an 80-year-old Alzheimer's patient from all of the times that he had gone through head trauma with diving headbutts and shit, and ultimately led him to do what he did that fateful weekend?
Yeah.
There's Corey Graves himself. You know, that's why he put the tweet out there. It's a man who has gone through this.
Yeah.
Jeff, not even a wrestling performer, managed a few times, but the man has a history of concussions because of something stupid he did when he was younger. All I'm saying is we need to be a little bit more aware when we go out there to do stuff like this. It's the same thing that I had an issue with the whole Martha Hart thing, and hanging somebody when she's in the building. It's like, really, this is where we need to go with this?
All about the visual at the end of the day, despite the safety that's put into play clearly. The visual, though, is what causes the trigger.
So that's my take on it. And I'm going to go ahead and throw it over to man whose name is on the marquee to bring us home here. Again, y'all got topics that you want to suggest, questions for us? Super chat. Simple as that. Go ahead, Jeff.
All right. Get comfortable here. First of all, the tribalism's fucking stupid at this point. It is. It's just so stupid.
Accurate.
It's not about WWE superstars or AEW talent or TNA wrestlers or New Japan pros. This is human fucking beings getting hit in the head with shit. Calm the fuck down with the tribalism on it already. Golly. Okay. That was the worst part, I promise.
That's all he needs. That's like all he really needs to be saying for being honest here. So I'm proud of you, Jeff. Good on you. Continue,
goes, yeah, shut the front door already with it. Criminy. As far as the AEW loyalists saying that the chair was gimmicked or shaved or whatever, a average vinyl record will be anywhere between 3/100ths and 9/100ths of an inch.
I've actually got a few of those over here.
Would you say that chair that went upside Jack Perry's head was thicker than that at the point he got hit?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I got hit with a vinyl record upside the head.
Oof.
I can tell you that shit hurt. And it broke over my head. Because it was swung at pretty much full speed by a different Noah in our history across the multiverse of media. He and I are good now. We made with the piece. But at the time we filmed that gimmick, he took a full-on vinyl record and smashed it over my head with gusto. I had a headache during WrestleMania the next day that had nothing to do with mostly nothing to do with the alcohol.
Mostly nothing.
Mostly nothing.
Mostly.
There was some good shit flowing in this household.
Mostly nothing.
Pretty much sitting over here in that chair over there. Anyway.
Okay.
Why is the Hall of Fame and not WrestleMania? I still don't know. Me and Lee just made our choices that day. Anyway. As far as the tweet itself being deleted and put out there in the first place, very few people that are still active in wrestling can speak on it the way Corey Graves can. Corey Graves was forced into the commentator's booth because of a prolonged history of concussions and head injuries that, you watch that first takeover they introduced him at, he is just verklempt and not being able to be in the ring. That has since changed, obviously. He's one of the better announcers in wrestling right now.
That's why he's the lead commentator
But at the time he was crestfallen because he could not wrestle. First of all, I didn't know your mom was a stroke victim. So let me just throw that out there right now. I have been through the concussion wars. I have a friend who has had epilepsy his whole life. And my grandmother passed from a pair of strokes in the course of a week. All that stuff is related to the blood in the blood flow in the system and head trauma, one way or the other.
Yeah.
So the sheer arrogance of the two gentlemen involved in this, and again, I love Mark Briscoe. I think he's fun. I am entertained thoroughly by him. In a time where I wasn't by him and his brother, I was very jaded against him and his brother because of the lack of communication between them and PWG over the years. That I was a paying customer. But I love me some Mark Briscoe. I can even tolerate Jack Perry now because I understand it takes two to tango, and having heard all sides of it now, it's one of those, you know what? You do stupid shit in a moment of fury and anger. But they're moving forward with it. So if they're moving forward with it, why can't we as fans? Right? No fucking excuse for not protecting hit chair shot in 2024. Period. There's just the chair was shaved. Okay, cool. It's still a blow to the head without protection. There's a strike program, no. There we go. There's no excuse for it. There's just not. And yes, Jay, you mentioned, my history with concussions for stupid shit in my youth. Car surfing, not paying attention to when I'm getting on a plane and bucking my head into the overhead compartment. Stupid unawareness. These guys knew exactly what they were going to do, and they did it anyway. That's not lack of awareness. That's dumb fuckery is what that is. And having spoken with Dr. Nowinski and other experts in this field after everything that has gone down between my life in 2001, seeing what happened with Chris Benoit in 2007, seeing what has happened with professional athletes. You mentioned the football player that was diagnosed with CTE. And again, to clear everybody up, I forget the name you mentioned, Jay. I am sorry.
Antonio Brown.
Antonio Brown. And Antonio Brown is passed away?
No, he played for the Steelers.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah.
You can't diagnose CTE in the living, unfortunately. We haven't got there with technology yet or medical experts, but there is a way that there's a different terminology for it. But yes, you can detect every symptom of CTE within the living now. They have a different name for it. Based on the symptom list, looks like I'm on my way, if I'm being real with y'all. So yeah, it is irresponsible. And when I think about all the times in my life that I've had one of the darker symptoms surface as a result of the head trauma, have had them surface in my life as recently as the last 2 weeks, watching that match back and being on the air and having to watch it happen just chapped my ass to no end that it was actually happening. And especially, and again, we're not trying to make this let's hate on Tony Day, especially with his tweeting about the safety record of the company. That is about the most ungoddamn safe thing you can do. It hit somebody in the head with a steel chair. Period. Yeah. So the excuses are done. And people have asked me very nicely, and we talked about it within the group, to not harp on talent anymore based on our own personal shit with them. I'm fine with doing that. But when I have the head of a company on a social media platform continuing to brag about the company's safety record, and there's almost 50 people on the injury list right now because something happened in his ring, and we have shit like happened on Wednesday night with an unprotected tear shot to the head, I am going to call that out until it stops happening. I feel it's my responsibility as the guy with his name sitting up there in the upper right-hand corner and somebody that's been doing this for almost 25 years. I feel I have a responsibility to my audience and to my team and to me to be like, no, that shouldn't be happening. Fuck that. It shouldn't be happening on television. It shouldn't be happening at live events. It shouldn't be happening in anybody's bedroom, living room, backyard, whatever. We all need to be better as human beings about the way we treat ourselves and each other. And allowing an unprotected chair shot to the head is stupid. coming down on somebody for trying to call it out in the most respectful way you possibly could have as a company outsider, but a fellow survivor and victim of this kind of head trauma, like Matt did. I forget Matt's last name. Sorry, Corey Graves. I apologize. But fuck me, that the way that he was just crucified like that was, I don't know why. I mean, I know why, but I much like, and again, Jay, I'm going to give you a little inside baseball. Much like what happened to me last Friday, I can't make my brain wrap around the stupidity of that he was just destroyed on social media for trying to make people aware and trying to be better. What are we doing as wrestling fans? This is why the rest of society looks down on wrestling fans, because there's so few of us that actually keep it even keel, that the majority of us that act like dumb fucks are the ones that get the attention.
Yeah. We try to defend it.
It just infuriates me.
We try to defend it, and then you got the people on social media, like you said, screwing it up for us. The toxicity.
Fuck those people.
And I don't, and I'm not defending the chair shot, and nor am I. Again, part of it is, was it really necessary to put the tweet out? Probably not. Because it did more good, it did more harm than it did good, which shouldn't have been the thing. But that platform, especially more than Facebook, more than Instagram, more than any of these other ones, is the most toxic. And the tribalism is so thick. We should have a tribal chief on Twitter instead of fucking WWE is what we need. Acknowledge the fact that we're a bunch of Twitter twats, and somebody get elected to sort that shit out.
I don't think that person would be able to live with their device.
We need that troll slayer virtue to come back.
You know what? Seriously, with the tweet he put out about Joe Hendry, and you can throw this video up since I said his name, and Wardlow, I wouldn't be opposed to it, but at the end of the day, virtue is not 100% of the time that guy. Like those motherfuckers on Twitter. That's the thing. Here's that baseball for you. David Stafford's actually a decent dude.
Right?
It's just the fucking Twitter trolls just cramp him up. Gee, don't know what that feels like.
Not at all.
No, I'm perfectly even keel when I'm talking about those Twitter fucktards. It just is sad because I've been a fan now going on 34 years almost, been covering it for over 22, and I have the same amount of my mouth as I did then. Because we can't just agree that some part of it we like. The majority of us have to focus on what we don't like. You and I all the time, JJ, whenever we have a car, like a week of good shit, pal, if you can't find one thing in wrestling that you like in fill in the blank here, then you're sitting here with a purpose, and your purpose is to be a twat about it.
Absolutely.
And please go away.
Thing I was looking forward to tonight were things, ironically, that had little to do with AEW, even though they were AEW presentations.
Right.
I was looking forward to Thunder Rosa versus Maya World on Collision.
Yep.
Because of watching the Mission Pro product, knowing Maya World has come through Mission Pro, is a member of Mission Pro, which is Thunder Rosa's company.
Right.
So basically seeing a teacher-student-esque style matchup.
Yep.
And then seeing Willow defend the CMLL championship against the virtuosa Deonna Purrazzo.
Even in a non-title.
The matches were taking place on AEW television, but one is a CMLL match and one is a freaking Mission Pro match at the end of the day.
Yep.
That's what I was looking forward to tonight. But there's still something, Noah.
Something
on both shows that I was looking forward to.
Heck, I even tuned into Collision tonight just because I was watching Jeff and Noah calling it, and I was like, you know what, let me just turn Collision on.
Yeah.
And like even though I was like a little bit ahead of them, like just watching Noah call the hologram match,
right.
like I was like, Yeah.
That was the one match that I was like, fuck, this is stupid, but I still enjoyed it.
Yeah.
You know?
And like I told Noah on Battle of the Belts when I was asking him about that Maya World match, it was like, with them having residency for Collision up until the Saturday before All in Texas, they need to have more of the Mission Pro girls coming through for matches. And if they don't capitalize and have Izzy Moreno in the crowd for a Mercedes Moné segment, they have already fucked up.
I asked Jeff and Noah in the chat when that was going on. I was like, with Thunder Rosa being in AEW and being the head honcho of Mission Pro Wrestling, you know, and Izzy being her champion right now, I was like, Izzy's got to be there in AEW in the foreseeable future.
Absolutely.
And I said, as long as we
Like you
get
said,
Izzy and Mercedes in a long-term storytelling finish, JJ revenge match, fucking take my money.
I think I know Mercedes is a dynamite person, and here we go. I'm gonna put Mercedes over with all the shit that I talked about her on the air. So Jeff, do you have your notepad and paper? You know, so you can start taking notes here.
I'm trying to hang on to the desk to make sure the fucking thing doesn't collapse. Yeah.
Even though we know that Mercedes is a dynamite, more or less exclusive talent, that's the A show.
Right.
For as long as this residency is going on, she needs to appear on Collision. That's the only way it makes sense.
Right.
Yeah.
Have Izzy reprise her role for the first couple of weeks as the fan in the front row, and have Mercedes stop, like make eye contact with her. Let there be that tension.
Yeah.
Then the week before the final residency Collision, you get that interaction explosion so that the final episode of the residency, you get Mercedes versus Izzy ahead of All In. And the last episode of Collision at that residency in Texas is Izzy and Mercedes.
I'm here for that.
Izzy does look at this stuff.
Exactly.
It makes sense.
And you know, just having Mercedes come out to cut an in-ring promo each week and just kind of hype up the Brit angle, that's all you got to do. But if they don't capitalize on this, they done already messed up.
Yeah.
Personal opinion.
Jeff looks like he has an idea.
Okay.
And that's
Mission Pro. Mission Pro's the 17th, yeah?
Yes, sir.
That's the week before All In. Just saying.
Yes, it is.
Just saying. Have Mercedes fucking show up at the show just to be that bitch about it.
Hell yeah.
Dude!
Dude, yes. Because Collision is taped more often than not now.
Uh-huh.
So you have taped Collision air, and then you have Mercedes front row during Izzy's match, kind of turning the tables.
Right?
There you go.
Fuck. That's okay. Tony Khan, you can send your checks too.
Will you stop that?
Yeah, no, I will not this time because goddamn it, that shit writes itself.
It really does.
It does.
I think these next couple collisions though in Texas are going to be live, if I'm not mistaken.
Which is fine because even if they are, they can still build for it because they're not going to have collision live. They're not going to have collision live on the 24th in Texas, then being England next day. That's just jet lag stupidity.
Yeah, no. The last residency is the week before, so the 17th, I think.
So it's the night of the Mission Pro show. They're not that far apart.
And again, after that, they're going over the pond to Dynamite from Cardiff before All In.
Fucking dude, seriously. Okay, super chatters. We want to get Noah Chase you. Fine, great. What the fuck ever. Get the money raised. We need to fly Izzy over there.
No, not what the fuck ever. Damn it, we need to stick to our goal.
I understand we need the payout. I understand we need the image of Noah in the chase you and all the things. But damn it, this story, dude, I will. Oh God, I can't even. I'm so much more happy than I was 5 minutes ago talking about these Twitter spots. Now I want this. Like this has to be a thing.
Don't give yourself a concussion there, Jeff.
I know, right? I got to be fucking hard earning this goddamn Mickey Mouse, so I'm going to knock my head off. Dude, like we've talked about when Izzy first got into the business about, man, it just needs to happen, especially outside WWE, because they're not gonna book that shit. It's just not gonna happen.
No,
So,
WWE,
oh my god, like, okay, all right,
The only way it would happen in WWE is because Izzy is 17 right now.
Right.
If they sign her when she turns 18,
yeah,
have her check into NXT, where she was the uber fancy. You want to talk about coming full circle,
right?
And if Sasha comes home shortly thereafter, once her AEW deal is up, that's the only way you get it in WWE.
I'm finding her birthday. Give me a minute.
And Sasha's already said that she's eventually coming back.
Eventually.
I know. Which just like, okay, let's just fuck AEW. Okay. What are we doing? I'm sorry, that was stupid hard to say. That was so dumb. I know,
Safit makes a good point, even though it's not super chatted. Tony may not want to put her on TV with her not being 18. That could be an issue for the angle
and
playing
that's
itself out. But
fine. If she signs a release, it ain't that serious.
That's true.
Just saying. Like it's damn near an indie anyway. Like, it just has more television. Just let her sign a release. Let her make sure her parents are all, about the indemnification or whatever it is. She's got a match at Midsummer Blast. I had the name wrong. No, it's a good thing I checked. Midsummer Blast. And we're covering that show that night.
Yes, we are.
And is this, so you said the 17th was live, or is that going to be taped for Collision?
I don't know.
It's probably going to be live.
Okay. If Collision is live and they're still at the facility in Texas, I know that's in Arlington. San Antonio and Arlington are kind of far from each other. So a Mercedes appearance may not work out, but it's one of those, it just makes sense to have this sort of thing go down in some way. They got to find a way to do it.
I agree.
You've got Mercedes with Camille. If Jamie Hayter's not ready to go, Izzy's a hell of a plan B.
Yep.
Definitely one way to mindfuck Mercedes Moné.
And we know she's a fan of Britt, so why not? I mean, I can't be a fan of Britt now at this point, but
I mean, we've been fans of Britt since day one. I'm just saying.
Well, some of us have.
Since day one-ish?
Well, G since day one-ish for sure. Noah since for sure. Me, I was hard on Britt for a while because of the overness of, like, the overdoing it, much like a lot of people are about Charlotte, justifiably. Much like a lot of people were about Becky here recently. There was a lot of Britt Baker on our televisions for a while.
Yeah.
But absence made my heart grow fonder, especially getting to meet her and know her, especially the story behind it. Like,
isn't she like the nicest person ever?
She's just a doll. I love Britt. I really do. And again, it's one of those unfortunate things when you get to become acquaintances and friends with people, like, so much, it's just like, oh, I can't share this. I can't say anything. And then she went out and said it. It was like, oh, thank God. Okay, now I can talk about it. Yeah, that whole medical episode she went through this last year was just, there was an issue back in the ring. And she is. She's a fucking survivor and a badass. And I love her to pieces. I wish her husband would recover as quickly, because goddamn it, do I miss that on Call My Television.
Baby,
that's it, man. Jay and I were there when he came back to TV the first time.
Baby.
And it was a fucking moment. And we broke it before anybody did.
Yep.
Damn it.
But nobody wants to talk about that.
Denise will never live that down. I love you, Denise. You'll never live that shit down, because I know the truth.
Jeff Meacham Network, Multiverse of Media freaking broke that story. Don't get no credit for it.
Oh, yeah, we did. We did that shit on the air in front of God and everybody.
Yep. No members. Him and James were doing the call.
That's it. We told him so.
Mm-hmm.
Denise only said it because I super chatted it. Granted, I spent the money, but you know what? For the acknowledgement, it was fucking worth it. I don't care. I'm trying to find this damn girl's birthday. The freaking internet's failing me here. Internet failed as usual. All right. Oh wait, here we go. Cage match. Cage match is always my friend.
Yep. Wrestling Encyclopedia.
No, Tony, don't take that literally. Don't be all saying I believe the same as you, because I don't. Anyway. As you were.
As I was.
Okay.
I know where we were when I went off my little. I mean, it's just one of those. I wish it was taken for what it was, and that it like a PSA.
Yeah.
Corey Graves is just trying to help out everybody, man, and it became about all the wrong things and all the wrong comments and all the wrong people latching onto it.
Yeah.
It's just sad.
Yeah.
It really is.
It is.
All right. Well, that is about it as far as that topic goes. If nobody else has any questions that they want to super chat, then I will run Noah's favorite trailer one more time. We'll go to these couple of questions that got starred that weren't super chatted, and then we'll get to the shows and get out of here.
May 2nd.
We shall return.
And now, preview time. So let's take a look at what's coming your way.
Wrestling!
That's it.
Love it.
That's the short version. There you go. She just turned 17 on May 2nd. So we got a lot.
Got at least a year.
Get them freaking release forms ready, TK. Like, Jesus, make it happen.
Oh, good.
Please. And Mr. and Mrs. Moreno, get a trip to London. Like, fucking hell. What are we doing? Anyway.
Let Izzy cost Mercedes the belt to Britt.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Because you know Bailey's going to go to that show. She'll be up in the cheesies, but you know she's going to fucking go. Watch her friend face Britt.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You will hear her pop in the fucking nosebleeds. It'll be a thing. So cool. Anyone else is cool, JJ?
What?
Tell you what. Talking about it all weekend. You guys have a chance at home to not only enroll this man and chase you with your super chats, but when the inevitable goes down on Tuesday, get this shirt for him. And not only get this shirt for him, but because of what he's been saying all week,
She's losing.
get this upgrade for him. Because he's been saying it, she ain't winning.
She ain't winning.
Ooh, shit.
She ain't winning. She ain't winning. She ain't winning.
Is too.
Lordy.
I'm gonna feel like such a fuck Tuesday night if you other way.
Noah's gonna eat crow on Tuesday like I've been eating crow for like the past 5 years when I said The Rock was never gonna return.
Right. You know what though, G? You get your redemption tomorrow in part because you're on the call for a hell of a show.
Yeah.
With 10 matches that are just gonna be
Dude,
banger after banger, man. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Especially your girl.
Yeah, I don't know how I can watch it unless James sets it up through the Discord.
Right.
I kind of want to be on the call for the bad dude Tito match, dude. That's
No.
our
Oh,
boy.
I know. Face it, Barnett, though, dude. Barnett's holding crazy.
Man.
Who did Tito piss off, dude?
Before he became a bad dude.
He was the nicest guy in wrestling. Like, he was like too nice.
He was
when
just
Tito Escondido. Fuck. Oh, too funny. I love this shit. I love professional wrestling, damn it. No, you got me on board. Fuck it. Whatever.
Yeah.
So the first question that got starred that wasn't super chatted was from our very own Big G.
Yeah.
And it is a question directed towards
Oh,
Noah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Noah, who is your favorite superhero?
Shane Helms.
Nikki ASH.
Nikki, oh, Lord.
Fuck,
Mighty
I forgot
Molly.
about that. Oh, my God.
Mighty Molly.
Rosie.
Rosie the shit.
Jeez.
Poor Rosie.
Hell
Rest in
yeah,
peace.
Rosie, acknowledge that shit. That's right. Bloodline. Anyway, I'm good now.
Superheroes really don't have that great of a way when you think about it. Yeah, I mean, they're the heroes, but they all have their own dark backstory, and some of them don't even know how to deal with that past without moving forward, as according to what I've heard out of Marvel and DC. I don't really look at that universe, nor do I think I have a favorite. I honestly don't look up towards a superhero, look towards a superhero either, because I also don't watch movies, so no answer.
Pretty much.
What is that?
Pretty much the My favorite superhero is no longer Hulk Hogan. It was till a couple Thursdays ago. But,
Should we just go around here? G, you're
What?
the one that asked the question. Who's your favorite?
DC wise, Batman. Marvel wise, Wolverine.
Ooh, there you go. Yeah, Marvel's pretty much Spidey for me at this point. He was before, but much more so now. DC, again, I've been on the Blue Boys bandwagon for my entire life. I love me some Superman, but Batman's story is far more compelling.
You talk about dark.
Right? Dude, Batman's story is fucked up.
Seriously, dadgum.
Dude, every version of Batman there ever is it starts with his parents getting murdered in front of him.
So, the San Diego Comic-Con's going on right now, right?
Yeah.
They just announced the next two Marvel movies. I don't want to give any spoilers away unless you guys don't care.
All right, hang on. Everybody at home. 3, 2, 1.
No spoilers, but Avengers 2025 will be called Avengers Doomsday. And you would, oh my God, I'm like so freaking pumped to tell you this. You will never,
know.
You will never guess who's playing Victor Von Doom in Avengers Doomsday. Iron Man himself, Robert Downey Jr., is playing Victor Von Doom.
That's sinister as fuck.
He came out. They had like this whole bunch of like guys dressed up as Victor Von Doom, and he was in the background. He came unmasked. The crowd went crazy. He said, "Different mask, same task." And
shit!
And then 2026, it's Avengers Secret Wars, if I'm not mistaken.
Damn.
And we have the new Fantastic Four to look towards too. Another reboot of the Fantastic Four.
Is this one actually going to be fucking canon in the MCU?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Fantastic Four are going to be part of the next two Avenger movies.
Okay, good. Driving me nuts with these fucking 500 Fantastic Fours.
I figured since we were talking about superheroes, and I know JJ has to give his real quick.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good for Downey, though.
But I figured I threw that out there because I was like, dude, that's like for us Marvel fans or for the Marvel multiverse.
Don't freaking wonder I heard the ground rumbling from down near the border. I was like, what the fuck's going on? Now I know.
Yeah, for me, DC, it's Batman.
Yeah.
I've always been a Batman guy.
I mean, crying out loud.
For Marvel, I've got to go with Cap.
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially watching the MCU, like
yes,
I gravitated to Chris Evans as Steve Rogers. You know, especially the original Captain America when he's having the conversation with the German doctor. You know, you want to kill Nazis, and he's like, I just don't like bullies. I don't care who they are.
Right?
It's like that's my shit right there. I was sitting here with Natalie on 4th of July watching the Captain America saga, and I'm like, that is why I'm Team Cap right there.
Are you guys looking forward towards the new Captain America that's coming out? I want to say next year.
I'm curious to see how Papa Doc carries the shield.
Yeah. My thing is, see,
did you guys watch the television show that was on Disney?
I did watch Falcon and Winter Soldier, yes.
Okay.
I've had a chance to watch it yet.
Okay.
I'm convinced they changed the name of the movie from New World Order because then they would have had Hulk Hogan in it, and he was already Mr. America, so it would have been a conflict of interest.
That's right. Mr. America and Captain America.
Yeah. Too much. It would have been too much for the entire universe to deal with.
Dude, I still say if they had done this movie in the early 2000s and had it been like prior to Iron Man, fucking put Kurt Angle as Captain America.
No kidding, right?
Yeah. Noah's over here is like, what the hell?
I will say, though.
I'm watching Countdown with Rachel Riley, so you all just do your thing. This Baptiste is
watching this game.
Here's an interesting little tidbit. Since we're on the superhero conversation, then we'll move on to the other question.
Yes, sir.
The movie that Thomas and Martha Wayne took young Bruce to when they were killed, The Mark of Zorro.
Yeah.
Turns 85 years old next year.
Isn't that crazy?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Wow. Well, figure Batman's under that old, so yeah, it's crazy. Man, do you know the reason why they made Mark of Zero be the Mark of Zero? Fuck, I'm exhausted. Don't mind me. The Mark of Zorro
what does Jack Skellington's dog have to do with anything?
Hey, everything. You lay off of Zero. He's good people. They're opening that right at Disney.
Zorro.
They're opening it right at Disney this week, Jay. The Haunted Mansion holiday is opening in July. God damn, Disney, what are we doing?
Closed for damn near a year.
I understand that, but I understand that we're going to open it as holiday because why have the regular layover for?
Exactly.
But man, July 29th. That's like the kids going back to school. They did that shit too this year. Never mind. Go ahead.
Lana's already in school.
I know. They did it last year on the park's birthday, and now I can't. Schools are just weird. Anyway, I'm a professor. I'll get there in a minute. Do you know why they had the Mark of Zorro be the movie? That was the movie that Bruce's parents got killed.
Poor K.
Because Zorro was part of the inspiration for Batman when Bob Kane and company were coming up with a alternative to Superman for DC Comics. Like, well, he's a masked guy, doesn't really powers, but he's on a mission of justice. That's exactly what Zorro was.
Yep.
Are you talking about the original Batman that they showed this movie?
I'm talking about the story in general.
Oh,
yeah.
Gotcha.
The story in general, it's always been either a play or a movie. And then the more modern tellings, because obviously there were no motion pictures in 1930, whatever the fuck, the movie has almost always been the Mark of Zorro.
Okay. Gotcha.
All right. So the other starred question that I have is from Arlene's brother, Emmanuel Dominguez. So we get questions from both of the Dominguezes today. He says, who is in the right, Rhea or Liv? And who deserves Dom in the end without the angle? Because we know Liv and Dom are ending together. I know we're going right into from one topic that Noah loves to another one, love angles.
I'm just going to focus on the numbers here on Countdown.
No, because we're going to go to you first on this one, sir.
Oh, damn, that's dirty.
Fuck you. What's the question?
Who is in the right here, Rhea or Liv? And who deserves Dom in the end without the angle because we know Liv and Dom are ending up together.
I'm sorry, I'm not going first because I just had a really bad, naughty comment reply to what you just said. Fuck. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'll pray for us tomorrow.
Right? Seriously, y'all go to church tomorrow. Please pray for me. Oh my lord, that was bad.
I pray for this word and say, Lord, have mercy on humanity. As far as love stories and wrestling and gold diggers and cheaters and hookers, I don't really give a fuck about none of that shit. It's about the wrestling. That's why, again, I'm like SummerSlam. But anyway.
And remember,
right
Noah,
here.
we're going to be doing a watch along next week with the wedding of Steph DeLander and PCO.
Oh my god!
You're lucky I'm too damn tired to freaking rant and give a goddamn shit out of this.
And if you'd like for Noah to rant on this, super chat. It'll also go towards helping him enroll into Chase University.
Dude, he's going to eviscerate you. It's going to be a thing. I still love you, Noah. It's okay.
Yeah, I know. Okay. All right. In all storytelling sense, who's right here? We are Liv. Personal fan base, neither. Storytelling sense, Rhea, because her and Dom's been the thing that made Judgment Day relevant for the last year. Who deserves Dom in the end without the angle? I think from a contextual standpoint, from a support standpoint, and probably just from that, connective standpoint, it's probably Rhea and Dom because, again, both have literally helped each other grow in their characters on Monday Night Raw. So just keep it simple. It's Rhea. But you got to do something, I guess, with that title. You can't find a prominent wrestler to actually demonstrate it. So you go with the red room about the red lights. So fuck it. But yeah. That's my take on that. And again, I really don't give a shit about this. I have little to no interest in this shit. Thank goodness I had Queen Aminata and Athena and Ring of Honor show me what women's wrestling is about, and TNA continues to. As you were. Back to the numbers.
That's right. TNA continues to, and we're going to get that wedding this week on Impact.
Outside that, with Jordan Grace being the TNA Knockouts World Champion. Fucking weddings and loving. Oh shit.
And she proposed to him.
I know, right? Cardiona's gonna lose his mind. It's gonna be a thing. Oh my god. Okay.
I told Noah the other night, dude, with this NXT thing still going on, if PCO is not on Halloween Havoc, they done fucked up.
No, they did. 100%.
They need to have the French Canadian Frankenstein come home to WWE for Halloween Havoc.
I would pop for that.
Dude, he needs to be there, and Jacques is running him backstage for no reason.
With Shotzi as the host again.
There you go. Have him back there, and just have Jacques Rougeau backstage for no reason. Just have him walk by each other and say nothing.
I'm just happy they're making it a PLE this year, not a TV special.
Yes, that's true.
Have Isla and Alba concoct some kind of spell, and they actually accidentally conjure PCO.
Yeah, there you go.
And have them be like, "What the fuck did we do?" I'm here for every bit of that, and ruin poor Noah's existence on Halloween now. Okay, all right.
And then as Jacques Rougeau walks by, so does Johnny Polo.
Yes. No. Have Jacques and Scott walking by, and have this spell just transform them into fucking Mountie and Raven for no reason. Just be like, all right, it's Halloween. Okay. Don't say anything. Just have it happen.
And see how many people get it.
Right?
How does Rachel Riley do that so damn quickly?
Yes.
Go
so
ahead, Jeff.
I'm gonna answer, but first I'm gonna say the way you phrase that, who gets Dom in the end, based on what Liv was wearing, you wrong for that phrasing. My goodness. It's gonna get us all fucking thrown off the YouTube and shit. Who deserves Dom at the end of this storyline is definitely Liv, because he ain't no good. He is dirty Dom. And Rhea deserves better, by God. But without the angle, I mean, Dom's got an incredibly attractive wife. Rhea and Buddy are beautiful together in their own weird way. You know, shout out to Ginger Pride with Buddy Murphy. Here for that shit. Got himself a Rhea Ripley. Good on you, brother. And Liv is apparently single and ready to mingle. So, you know, I mean, good on her for it. And based on them shorts, she's definitely ready to mingle. My God. But with the angle, the way it's going to play out, it almost seems too obvious that it's going to be Liv that ends up with Dominic at her side. And if my worst fear comes to fruition and Judgment Day does implode within the next 2 weeks, it would almost be perfect. Now, I will say, with the return of Rhea to television and the still apparent heartbreak of Liv with Dom coming down here, my thought process is Finn Balor is still the straw stirring the drink. And that it will be Finn Balor that ends up with Liv Morgan. And that Dom will attempt to be the one to end up with Liv Morgan, and then that completely drives him and Rhea apart for good. Because honestly, the Judgment Day has kind of become what it's become. It almost needs to die.
Yeah.
Because Priest is great on his own.
Yeah.
Finn needs a shot in the arm. Being with Liv as the champion would do that. Rhea needs a fresh start. Dominic needs to do something else. Yes, he's still over like Rover as far as the crowd hates his friggin' guts. But if he ends up being a victim in all this, it may just sway the crowd with him. God willing, right?
Yeah.
And then you got McFunko Pop, who's just going to sit there with a big ass head. So whatever he does, I'm good with.
Leave JD alone.
If they make him Jordan Devlin again, actually make him serious, I'd be okay.
Yeah.
But because he's still with Finn, and they're still tag team champions, yes?
Yes, correct.
He can be living off the fringe benefits of having Liv at their side. Why not?
So first you talk about her booty shorts, then you talk about fringe benefits.
You, my friend, phrased the question initially the way you did.
Yeah.
So this is on you, sir. You put, we always sit there watching the show. Who wants to go first? You went first. This is your decision. You chose this.
I still haven't given my thought on that.
I know that.
So I haven't gone first.
You initiated the question into the ether because of the chat we have from Mr. Dominguez.
The Dominguez's.
Gee?
I know we talked about this on the review on Tuesday or Sunday, whenever we did the review last. But
right, hard to keep track.
I know, right? Who's in the right rear to Liv? I mean, like storyline wise, like I kind of see in Dom turning on Rhea at SummerSlam and siding with Liv in the long end. But then, like, I also kind of want to see Rhea and Dom still together, so I'm kind of conflicted. Who deserves Dom in the end without the angle? I'll probably go with Liv 100%. I'll go with Liv 100%. I know Noah doesn't love the whole love triangles and love stories and stuff like that, but the stuff they've been doing is really, I don't want to say raunchy, but more what's the word? Risque in a way, trying to build up to their Netflix deal because once they go to Netflix, they can do whatever the fuck they want. We might get another live sex celebration on Netflix for all we know.
Divas Unleashed and shit. Just saying.
But yeah, I'm digging this whole storyline so far. I've been entertained, and I'm kind of with Jeff with the whole Judgment Day. It started off with Edge, and he's no longer in WWE. So, and they've been going on 2 years now, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's kind of run its course. Like Jeff said, everybody who's in there, Damien can do on his own. We've seen Rhea do it on her own before. JD and Finn they can still mesh well as a tag team. Dom can do good on his own now. We've seen that he's improved over the past couple years. he's no longer in his father's shadow. And then as far as Carlito goes, Carlito can just be there.
Is it really that easy to get that number?
All right, JJ, I'm done. You can go.
See, now I have to try to do as Jeff asked and not be.
Oh yeah, it is that easy.
Overly negative towards a specific talent, because we all know how anti one of these two people I am.
750 divided by 3.
Yeah, well, I'm going to mute you for a second so we can get JJ's answer with the theme music on the background.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
Go ahead, yeah. Go ahead, Jay.
Go, JJ.
So I will try to keep this as short and sweet as I can so that I don't go too much down the negative path and just say I kind of side with Noah here. I feel Rhea is in the right. And as far as who deserves Dom without the angle, it's Rhea.
Okay.
Sadly, I agree that we all know that Liv and Dom are going to end up together. But
I'm gonna message you in the private chat to see why you don't live. I don't want you going on the rant here because I want to know why you don't like Liv.
I can tell you without getting too
Okay,
too
go
down
ahead.
the road here.
Okay, I'm just curious.
My issue with Liv is that they already tried the championship thing with her, and her run was worse than Hangman Adam Page's AEW championship run.
Okay.
It was just garbage.
Okay.
And at the time, that was of no fault to herself. But when your main feud is Ronda Rousey and everybody and their mama knows that you cannot hold a candle to her,
Right.
you're already in the ring with the wrong adversary.
Okay.
So that part of it was not her fault. Where I start to turn more towards the negative when it comes to Liv is the way that this whole angle began. Because Rhea injured Liv.
Right.
Storyline wise.
Right. Yeah.
Liv intentionally injured Rhea.
Okay. Okay.
That's where I take issue.
Okay. Gotcha.
And then the way that we got the belt to her, I just thought was dumb. It was like, why did we have to give Becky the championship for a month to lose it to her when she could have just as easily won the battle royal that Becky won?
Right. Yeah. I see where you're coming from.
From a storytelling wise, that makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
If she was supposed to be this be all end all, and I'm gonna take everything that Rhea had and make it mine, why didn't she just win the battle royal to crown a new champion after she had to vacate it?
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with you. Yeah.
That's where it is with me. And then we can get deeper and deeper on her character. And I'm gonna be honest, when she did that walking off crying thing on Raw, I expected her to look at the camera and kind of smile when she was away from the fans.
I kind of was too a little bit. I was like, is she gonna yeah, she got her heart broken by Daddy Dom, but I was like, is she gonna have that little smile going off in the sunset? But I totally get your opinion there, JJ. So
when it comes down to it, best thing I can say without going down a path, Liv is in and out burger.
Okay.
I don't get the hype about her.
Okay.
She's not worth the the line and the trouble, the product isn't that great for what you wait for, and there's so many better options out there.
Right.
As much as I trash talk her, I would rather Candice LeRae be the champion because at least it would be something fresh and different.
Right. Okay.
You've got Indy Hartwell. You've got Zoe Stark.
Yeah.
You've got freaking everybody inside of Damage Control.
Shayna Baszler.
You know, Dakota. Yeah, you've got Shayna, who's never had her true opportunity.
No.
You know, you've got Alba Fire. Not as much Isla.
Yeah.
I don't really see her as main champion material. Tag is good for her. You've got Katana. I kind of feel the same way about Caden. Even though I prefer Caden, I like Caden. I see Katana being more of a champion over Caden.
Right.
You've got so many talents on the roster.
Right. Yeah.
Why are we doing Liv?
I get
Why are we going with the same old, same old? It's part of why I stopped watching in 2014. You had all this new influx of talent, but you kept going with the same people.
Yeah. Well, I get where you're coming from.
That's the most diplomatic thing I can say as far as Liv goes without getting too trash talky about her.
Right. No. I get you.
So. Yes, Jeff.
First of all, good on you for not trashing Candice. She's one of the few people that edict I would look the other way for because I know the difference. Now, unrelated.
I mean it. I would rather see her as champion than Liv because at least it's something different.
Yes. Completely unrelated to this topic, but related to Candice. Love and hugs out to the Gargano family on Papa-in-law's pizza place burning down. That was shitty. That was shitty. 80-something years old, 50 years in the business. Just awful. I know a lot of people that in the area were looking forward to going to that next weekend. So man, that's tough. So much love to Johnny and the family. That's screwed up, man.
All right. So that being said, we've been through the super chats.
Yes.
We've been through the other starred questions.
Yes.
And I appreciate that, Emmanuel. But number one, I have to listen to the edict from the man whose name is on the marquee. Number two, no disrespect, bruv, but you didn't super chat. You got to pay for the rants.
That's it. You got to pay for the nasty.
I know you broke right now, and you support us in other ways and times.
Yes.
So I get it, but you got to pay for the rants. And remember, $40 more to my channel, $40 more to Jeff's channel, and Noah has to enroll in Chase University.
There it is. There. I got it. There. She will be the champion. I will tell you this.
Yes. So,
I tell you,
all that being said, let's go ahead and head to the shills.
My God.
I don't know if you've noticed, Jeff, but the last few weeks the shows have been going pretty quickly.
Because I haven't been here to ramble.
No, you've been around.
Well, but yeah. But...
It's just these weeks where we don't really have a ton of topics.
Yeah.
You know,
it's been
gone a little bit shorter.
It's been,
and I'm anticipating the August 17th show when we do the beach party karaoke is going to be a long one. For that one, I'm not going to put artists on the wheel. I'm going to actually put song titles.
Oh, nice.
Make sure that you guys are listening to the playlist that I put in the chat room.
Oh,
okay. I'll repost it.
Yeah.
Because those are going to be the songs that are going to pop up.
I saved it in my Spotify library, so it's like right there on my Spotify.
I had to cancel my Spotify, so I'll have to listen to them on YouTube. Couldn't afford Spotify this month. It is. It is.
Arlene wants to know how much it is for a rant.
God damn it! We were this close. We were this close. Damn it, Arlene.
It depends who you want me to rant on. Are you wanting me to go off on Liv?
If you want him to go off on Liv, you got to spend one channel or the other. You got to meet the payout because I was not up for that this week. But if you want to have him rent on Liv, it's got to be the full 40 left on his channel to get there.
Damn. Okay.
I got to be that guy because, like, yeah, I got to be. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. We've got another show tomorrow, as far as a watch along.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we've got Meach's Musings and Sapway Sports Bar.
And we've got the NXT watch along.
There's 3 shows before NXT starts.
Yes.
So for tonight, I'll give you a discounted price, Arlene. I'll give you the Saturday special because I'm just that decent a dude. $20. Or hell, okay. I mean, he won't be on tomorrow. That's the difference.
No, but I can come in either pre-show or post-show and do the rant.
Oh, I want that show to be about that show. We here tonight.
That's
we
why
might
I
as well
said
do it.
pre-show or post-show because the show will be either hasn't started yet or it'll already be over.
Whatever day you want to do it, whatever day she wants it done, it can be 20. I prefer 20 to each of us, if I'm being honest. But
I'll tell you what, since Stat Boy started out as ranting before he became a sports bar,
valid.
We'll do the rant on Stat Boy Sports Bar.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll save it for the end, though. Let Mikey get through his actual sports news. Poor bastard.
Well, is he going at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock?
We're going at 3 until further notice. Number one, it's just easier that way. There's no chance in hell of us overlapping with NXT. And if we do start at 3, I can actually take a break between that and NXT coverage anyway. So
that's why I was asking because I wanted to make sure it got done before we started our NXT coverage. So
yeah, I would say if you're gonna go off on it, and like I said, I know I clamp the handcuffs down everybody with this, but if the audience is willing to listen to it with the proviso that it is his thoughts, they do not reflect me and nobody else, then go for it. We can do it Tuesday between the end of Sports Bar and the start of NXT. That's fine.
Okay.
I'm here for it.
So there you go, Arlene. You just let me know what you want to rant about. $20 to my channel. And I will rant on Stat Boy Sports Bar.
If you're doing the Sports Bar, it's on both our channels. So, I mean, if you want to have a positive counter, Arlene, I'll take the other 20. I can talk about the fact that we're gonna need the money because we're not covering the Olympics anyway. So might as well get more talk after the sports news anyway.
Yeah, I want to talk to you about that when we go on.
I know. I figured.
Anyways, Shills, Big G.
Yeah, Shills.
Yes, YouTube. If you are a cat person or you love cats in general, Harley and Joker 2021. I have a bunch of cat videos up there that you guys will enjoy. I have to post one of them. It was from SummerSlam with Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar, and my cats decided to wrestle during that match. X, no DQ _ Big Baller G, TikTok, Big Baller G 1988, and on Instagram, no DQ _ Big Baller G 1988. And that it is it for the G.
Well, go ahead and give him the shill because he's doing UFC, but make sure you follow Walter Cruz, YouTube Rage of Wrestling, Instagram Cal Fire Farms. You see the plant in the middle of the U, so you can assume his content over there. Twitter, Walter Alex Cruz. You can find me, of course, on Instagram at the Renegade JJ Williams, on YouTube Casa D18 Studios, on Twitter ROWJJ Williams. Let me see here. Again, since he is over on UFC doing his thing, follow James J. Hebert Studios on Facebook, James Heebman Hebert, on Twitter and YouTube at J. Hebertside 95. Scan the QR code now. He put up a J. Hebert side of things this week. I watched it. It was quite entertaining. Shorter than most of his normal J. Hebert side of things. So go give that a watch and support him. Check out his uncle's trailer for 1 in a Million, as well as the second trailer that we can't show because the Bruno Mars song will get copyright pinged.
Oh, yes.
So scan the QR code and check those out. Noah.
Follow me to choose Twitter and on YouTube. Adam Foster 1916. Truly Sybil's that. Give your Sybil assessments, follow prediction leads, get prediction forms, the community time my Sybil YouTube channel. And as always, my Sybil YouTube channel is home primarily to the HW View and shared collaboration with Watch the Lawns here at the Jeff Meacham Network, as well as Super Predicting SummerSlam. Time and date yet to be determined. Stay tuned for more details. Have a great weekend. 496.
Make sure you're on the lookout for Noah, That's What I Call Music, Noah, That's What I Call Slow Jams, and Noah, That's What I Call Disney. More songs coming to that one next year. Let's see what gets released first, James's documentary or one of those CDs?
Based on, probably James' documentary, honestly.
This is where I will let Jeff take over tomorrow.
Yeah, baby.
It'll get bloody tomorrow. It's only a day away.
That's right. Tomorrow. As these gents are live with UFC, we will have James and Walter on the call for Bloodsport 11, along with Big G coming in and making that hot tag for Shayna Baszler's bout. We'll see him tomorrow as well. 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 Pacific with the call. 10 bouts signed for tomorrow, including our boy Bad Dude Tito going up against Josh Barnett himself. We shall pray for our boy Tito because Josh Barnett's old and great. Tomorrow, and then of course Monday we get back to the regular, with a grain of salt, said the word regular schedule, as Meech's Musings is on Monday. Staff Boy Sports Bar, completing with JJ's post-show rant about whatever Arlene wants, as she says in the chat room. NXT coverage of the Great American Bash, both this coming Tuesday and next Tuesday, including, if those super chats come in, Noah Foster joining Chase U and Thea Hale, Jesus Christ. Thea and Rhea all in the same week. I'm tired as hell. Thea Hale on. She challenges for the NXT Women's Championship, and she will win, Noah. I don't care what you say. And he's muted, so he can't fight back. Haha. Wednesday, the Greg Terry Show episode.
He's not
2.
winning.
Woohoo! I take you. The Greg Terry Show episode 200, leading into the we're not covered as of yet AEW Dynamite episode, and that'll be on Wednesday at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. We'll be talking off air in the next couple of days, probably before Musings on Monday to finalize this, but sometime this week we will have Simply Predicting with Noah Foster and company for Saturday's SummerSlam, which of course will be live 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 Pacific with the call. And we'll be right back here next weekend with the quote-unquote normal shenanigans of Open Mic Night.
Yes, sir. And we mentioned them a moment ago. We did their shills already. Say their names and they appear. James and Walter have now both entered the chat, so to speak, as we do our shills. James, we had to just make the joke about which would come first, your documentary or one of these Noah CDs.
Well, I don't. As far as I know, there is no Noah CDs that's actually going to exist because we get sued out of our ass.
I still vote for the Noah CDs.
God damn it!
Hey James, send Jeff that tweet so he can show.
I did.
I predicted that this was going to happen 6 months ago.
New welterweight champion.
Well, I will. I'm having screen sharing issues. I will say I will read Walter's tweet verbatim. I don't care what anyone says or how close the fight is. Bully B170 translation.
Bilal
Muhammad.
Better get
That's
the
his
win
Twitter
of better get the winner of Colby versus Edwards. No one deserves the title shot more than Bully. I said it before, I'll say it again. I see Belay as champion in 2024. And that was tweeted out back on October 11th, 2023. And as of this fight tonight, we have a new UFC welterweight champion. So congratulations to him, as well as Walter Nostradamus Cruz.
There you go. Good shit, man.
And yes, much like we had a clairvoyant renegade the other night on Watch Alongs, clairvoyant Mr. Reliable coming soon to the Jeff Meacham Teespring store.
There you go.
Not as fast as those CDs are going to come out. I'll say that.
And
How we
we
guys
did
doing
split
tonight?
the super chat. So on Stat Boy Sports Bar, at the end, I will be ranting. She did say it doesn't have to be about Liv. Just wanted to hear you say what you don't like about wrestling storylines right now, if that helps you with the rant.
I like that.
So we can just screen cap this.
Yes.
And then throw it up when we do Stat Boy Sports Bar at the end, and I will get my rant in.
As a matter of fact, with your permission, Jay, because they actually brought this up on the No DQ review the other day.
Yes.
And I wasn't able to be a part of that segment. I had to duck out. I will gladly join you in that, what we like and what we don't like.
There you go.
I will, with your permission, because it was just chatted to you, but I will gladly jump in on that because there is, I mean, I kind of went off on what I don't like about wrestling right now because of what the Corey Graves tweet. But I would like to mention what I do like. That'd be kind of nice too.
That would have been an awesome topic.
I mean, we got super chatted to both our channels, so that's perfectly fine by me. And now we're only $40 away, $20 per channel, y'all, to make Noah enroll in Chase University and have to support Thea Hale this coming Tuesday as she challenges Roxanne Perez for the NXT Women's Championship. And should she win, Noah will then have to get the Chase U t-shirt.
Complete with Meacham modification.
The image of Thea on the back was added by Jeff. She ain't winning, Noah Foster.
Yeah, sure you won't.
I will gladly take the image of her raising that title on high in the NXT arena and superimpose that shit on that shirt.
I know we're supposed to be neutral. I know we're supposed to be unbiased.
Fuck that.
Noah, I am telling you right now, I will be wearing my Chase U t-shirt on Tuesday night. You are gonna have to deal with it. If you think I am obnoxious when it comes to Jeff Jarrett and Aubrey Edwards,
oh no,
I am gonna be downright deplorable when it comes to Thea and Roxy. And the difference is you know how much I love Roxy too.
Yes.
But damn it, I love me some Thea. I am gonna be so putting Thea over. And you will not be able to do a show with me if she wins. I will never let it die.
It won't work for him, brother.
And then I already got the message earlier today about having my back brace come Tuesday because I will be on Datilla's Rangers of Wrestling after Great American Bash.
Oh my gosh.
That's the NXT show. And if Thea wins there, she's going to regret having asked me to come on the show.
Oh, boy.
There will not be enough Dragon Zord power to defeat the awesomeness of that moment.
Did you say Dragon Zord power?
I did, because I was trying to find the Chase U theme here and it didn't happen. That's right.
True that.
The Chase U music's in the other room. I was gonna play it, but it's in the watch along term, not the old Mike Night. I was gonna play the Chase U theme to play us out of here, but
oh my god,
Great American Bash Night 1 is stacked, man.
Yeah, it is, dude. This whole week is stacked.
For real.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, we got tomorrow's show. We got the Bash. We got SummerSlam, and we're cooking with gas, kids.
Gasoline.
Gasoline makes fire. Gasoline almost caused trouble on Wednesday night too.
JJ gets to call a Joe Hendry concert Tuesday.
Yes.
Yes.
Noah and I both are gonna get to do that, dude. I am so stoked. I feel bad for Walter because he's so gotten into the groove these last few Tuesdays doing the one-on-one with Noah, and now it's like, boom, kick him to the curb, come in there, take my spot for the specials.
Yeah, true.
Maybe we'll do a 3-man booth because I do feel a little bit bad, but that's up to producer, man. We'll discuss it off air.
I'll be here. Like, I don't give a fuck.
But yeah.
So we missed all the topics. Damn.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Because there weren't really any topics.
Yeah.
Did you do super chat freestyle?
We didn't. We got 4 super chats from Arlene. That's why we only need $20 per channel now to get no one to chase you.
Well, there you go.
Make it happen, people.
This is going to be fire.
God. Oh,
dude.
Alba and Isla coming home to take on Lash and Jakara.
Yeah.
We've got the Heritage Cup, Tavion and Tony D.
Yes.
That's going to be awesome.
And then, of course,
oh my God,
the concert.
So crazy.
The greatest thing of all time.
You guys know I'm a little conflicted with that tag title match, right?
I'm not a goddamn bit conflicted.
It's because of how much I like Lash Legend, though.
I like Lash. I have slowly come around to Lash Legend.
Yeah,
really. But Alba and Isla need to retain ahead of their defense against Bianca and Jade, where they're probably going to have to drop them.
Dude, Alba is awesome. I love her. I respect her as a wrestler, but Isla Dawn is one of the few people that I make no quietness about. I will full on Mansfield. I simp the fuck for Isla Dawn. Jesus H. Christ.
Yes.
She is just delicious.
Yeah, we know.
Yes. And again, they're not going to lose the belts on NXT because they've got the title match against Bianca and Jade on SmackDown.
God damn it.
If we're being real, Bianca and Jade are probably going to become 2-time champs ahead of SummerSlam.
Sad bit.
And I'm here for it. As conflicted as Walter is in this match, I'm more conflicted in the SmackDown match. But we all know my loyalty lies with that bitch.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And to keep the titles off of them and start that slow burn.
No,
even if it goes at 0.5 miles an hour, it still needs to burn, man.
No. The burn doesn't need. The burn can be a quicker burn and can start at the Rumble.
I'm just interested to see what she does with the case now that it's all busted open. You know, a new pink, beautiful case is coming.
Yep, Nia said that she was going to give her a new case, one that's befitting of her.
You know what? That may be the thing that drives them apart. Because Nia phrased it what she deserves, and it's like, oh, Nia's going to be a bitch about it. Dude, I want it to be that way just so Tiffany lays that briefcase upside that head and walks out of SummerSlam with the title.
I still think she might. I know a lot of people think that Tiffany, it might be too soon for her, but I still think it might. But we'll get into that at Simply Predicting once we decide on the date for that.
Yeah. Baby steps.
But
shout out to WWE, though. They remembered to actually put a contract in that case when they got it destroyed. It fell out.
They actually finally remembered.
Dude, I still got one in mine over here. I'm having it up for the prediction show. But yeah, I still have the briefcase in my Money in the Bank contract.
But we've done the shills, we've done the topics. The other two made it as we were getting ready to dip out.
Yes.
But if there is nothing else for everybody on the panel, for the Multiversa Media, I am the Renegade of Wrestling, JJ Williams, your host moderator, and we will see you guys tomorrow for Josh Barnett's Bloodsport, which will be called by the two gentlemen on the bottom row here, with a cameo appearance by Big G for the Shayna Baszler match, and quite possibly a cameo from me for the Bad Dude Tito match.
So,
we will see you guys mañana.
The Jeff Meacham Network's Multiverse of Media. For over 15 years, the recognized symbol of excellence and the standard bearer in coverage of sports and entertainment.
Bye-bye, you people.
Bye.
You ain't winning.